Hey everyone, I am back with another Total War series. Instead of Lu Bu, we're going to see if I can unite China using the hero of chaos himself, Cao Cao. Now compared to my Lu Bu playthrough, you can already tell that this playthrough is going to be a lot different. I have added a lot of the mods that you guys have been asking me to add, and a lot of them include the extra officers, new factions, more zones. We installed the 190 mod. We've installed 8, 9, even 10 mods into this game so that you guys can enjoy this content just as much as I have been doing. Now, a lot of you asked for Liu Bei, but I'm going to be honest, I really wanted to do Cao Cao. So again, here at the hardest difficulty and playing records, here we go.
Embers rise, stark against the night. The tyrant Dong Zhuo wields the flames of destruction. Luo Yang burns. Chaos ignites as the power of the eunuchs is crushed. In the pyre, the hand falters. Opportunity glimmers in the darkness. One's weakness is another's strength. Cao Cao observes and prepares. The moment approaches. Order will be restored, no matter the cost.
Now in this playthrough, you are going to see a couple changes. The big ones are no more generic officers. I've added a mod that gets rid of generic officers, so you will not be seeing the same 5 or 6 as we play through. And there's a lot more family members and just overall officers and factions added into this playthrough. In the Cao family alone, you now have his father, who, I hate to spoil it, will die in about 5 turns thanks to Tao Qian. We also have Cao Shun, we have Cao Ren, we have Xiao Hong. Those are people that you remember possibly in the Dynasty Warrior series. You have the Prince of Chaos himself, Cao Pi. You have Cao Ang, who in records was apparently Cao Cao's favorite son, but apparently he was wounded at that invasion of Wan Castle and could not ride a horse. So he gave his horse to his father, Cao Cao, so that he was able to escape, and then Cao Ang ended up passing away there. Now, in some of the nobles, you have people that you might also know from the Dynasty Warrior series. You have Li Dian, you have Xiao Sheng, Xiao Ba, Xiao Wan. Here's Li Dian, sorry, wrong person. And then you have Xiao Dun, the eye patch man himself. So you are going to find out pretty quickly that, again, this playthrough is pretty much the exact opposite of Lu Bu, in that a lot of officers will basically come to Cao Cao looking to serve him because, well, they would rather be with the hero of chaos than with the backstabber who killed 2 of his adopted fathers. So early on here, you're going to see a couple more Dynasty Warrior characters come to basically ask to join us. You're going to see Dian Wei, who seems to be a lot of people's favorite and essentially Cao Cao's basically personal bodyguard. And then we're also going to see Yu Jin as well. So compared to Lu Bu, when our playthrough, we only had Lu Bu. He had, what, like 5 officers with him, and 3 of them already were unhappy. Cao Cao has about 12 to 14, not including the ones that have not grown up yet. And then we're going to have more officers through the playthrough come together and want to join his service. Now, one quick little snippet that I know nobody asked for, but one of my favorite characters ever, really, in Three Kingdoms is Cao Chun. I'm honestly surprised that this guy has not gotten a Masu character in Dynasty Warriors. This guy, historically known, is really just known as a problem. I mean, he was responsible for leading the charge against Yuan Tan. He caught Liu Bei at Changban. This guy has done some serious work for his cousin Cao Cao, and I'm genuinely surprised that he is not a Dynasty Warriors character, and I'm pleasantly surprised, and I'm very happy that they gave him a very cool officer model in this game. It looks like he has a massive scar by his eye. He looks very, very cool, and I promise that this character will be very, very important in my playthrough. He's one of my favorite characters, truly. So like Lu Bu's special trait was momentum, which caused him to allow to move more than 1 turn, and it had a lot of benefits to him attacking other factions. It gave satisfaction to your other generals. It gave replenishment bonuses. It gave movement speed or movement range bonuses. There's a tons of things that momentum did for Lu Bu. The big thing with Cao Cao is schemes. Now, these schemes you can use to help yourself, or you can use them to really incite things or incite drama from other factions. So, for example, I can use these schemes to target certain factions in order to lower officers' unhappiness, or make them unhappy, I should say. I can cause forest fires for other factions. I can steal supplies. I can use spies to do certain things in enemy factions. More importantly, I can cause wars in between other factions. So honestly, out of all the Total War playthroughs that I've done, I have done Cao Cao a couple times. Obviously not with this mod, but the schemes ability with Cao Cao is probably one of the coolest things in Total War 3 Kingdoms. So for example, I will use a scheme right now on Tao Qian, because you're going to find pretty soon here that one of Tao Qian officers are going to murder Cao Cao's father, and that basically puts us in war against Tao Qian. Now, you have the ability to not declare war on them, but if you're going to kill my father, of course I'm going to crush you. So with us knowing that that's going to happen, we're going to act a little bit early, and we're going to use one of our schemes to incite a minus 20 officer satisfaction on Zhangba and Tao Qian's army. So that is how you use a scheme. Now, again, you can use schemes to help yourself as well, like give satisfaction, or increase recruitment or decrease recruitment costs, or improve your garrison armies. There's a lot of different things that you can do with the schemes, but I'm not going to lie, we are cheating a little bit, because I know, as playing Total War tons and tons of times, Tao Qian is going to have one of his officers kill Cao Cao's dad, Cao Song, and then that is going to start a war. Now, where it gets really interesting is that Liu Bei can potentially, I say potentially because sometimes the AI will say no, Liu Bei has the opportunity to declare war on us with Tao Qian, because in the romance, or in the Three Kingdoms romance, Tao Qian and Liu Bei are kind of best buds, and Tao Qian sees potential, I should say, potential in Liu Bei, and in fact is so just flattered, or not really flattered, but loves Liu Bei so much that he is willing to give his land to Liu Bei once the empire, the Han Empire, and all the chaos really starts coming to a head. He offers Liu Bei his land. Now, in the records, from what I have seen and what I've read, is he's really the complete opposite, and nobody really actually liked Tao Qian. But in the romance, he loves Liu Bei, and so going through this, potentially Liu Bei has a chance to go at war with us as well, and we don't really want to fight against Guan Yu and Shang Fei right now. So what we need to do is start building an army, because Tao Qian is not far away. He is just a couple provinces away. He is not very far at all. And pretty soon here, he will declare war on us, or we will declare war on him, because I'm not going to let him get away with killing the hero of Chaos's father, Cao Song. So with all that being said, we are going to start building our army that is in the south, and that is with Cao Hong and Cao Ren, which, interesting enough, the game says that they don't like each other, which is interesting to me. However, we're going to bring in an officer that I just talked about, that is truly one of my favorites in Chinese records and Chinese history, and that is Cao Chun, which is liked by both Cao Ren and Cao Hong. So we're going to bring him in there, and we're going to fix that army just a little bit, because we don't have a lot of money. We don't really need this much cavalry, to be honest with you. So we're going to go ahead and swap it out just for some basic infantry. And then we have a little bit extra money here, so we are going to bring in another one, and we're going to end our turn there. So literally the very next turn, word has reached you that your beloved father, Cao Song, has been ambushed and murdered by the vile Tao Qian. There will be time for grieving later, but now your advisors are calling for you to act. So we can bide our time, which obviously still kills his father, but you get plus 80 diplomatic relations with Tao Qian, which is kind of interesting. Or you click the option Crush Them, follow the story, may be seen as an act of treachery, war declared against Cao Cao and Tao Qian, and obviously your father is still killed. Well, to be honest with you, if my father was killed by someone, I'm going to crush them, like Lu Bu would say, like a little rat. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to crush them. And now we officially have war with Tao Qian less than 3 turns in. With that being said, we are going to start mobilizing towards Tao Qian so we can overtake that. And over here on this side, Liu Bei really doesn't have much land. He's currently battling a lot of the remnants of the Yellow Turbans, such as He Yi and Huang Shao. Sorry, I don't get all the pronunciations correct. But Liu Bei doesn't really have much land here. Now, Tao Qian, he has about 5 or 6 of these land, or these provinces, these cities, whatever you want to call them, and we need those. Now, I am going to mobilize Cao Cao over there as well with the army of his cousins. The army of cousins. We'll just call them the army of cousins because that's what they are. We'll just bring Cao Cao over there with them because Cao Cao has told me, now we're going to do a little bit of role playing. He has told me that he wants to see the whites of Tao Qian's eyes right in front of him right before he cuts his head off. So with that being said, we're going to bring Cao Cao over there as well. Now, one of our goals in this playthrough is obviously to occupy the burnt down capital thanks to Dongzhou, Luoyang. That would be really cool to have that capital city and just kind of rebuild it into its former state. And Dongzhou is over here as well. And do not forget, this is current Dongzhou with Lu Bu not killing him yet, obviously. So he does have Lu Bu and Zheng Liao with him. So Dongzhou is currently a force that we do not want to mess with. And in the introduction, you will find that a lot of the coalition, as far as Sun Jian, Yuan Shao, Liu Bei, Cao Cao, etc., Gong Shuzan, etc., have kind of fallen apart. They're done trying to kill Dongzhou. They've given up on it. They failed. And so we're a little bit past that. But as you can see right now, what we're really worried about is taking off Tao Qian's head. As I stated earlier, we will get some of the characters you might recognize from Dynasty Warriors coming to join Cao Cao's services. And one of those is, like we said earlier, Yu Jin. A young administrator in your camp by the name of Yu Jin has gone above and beyond the requirements of his station unprompted. He has recruited a fresh 1,000 troops from his hometown to join your cause. Obviously, we're going to take him. That's a great general that we need by our side. And going forward, we are going to continue going towards Tao Qian. We're going to go ahead and take this keep on the way here from the Yellow Turbans. Luckily, there's no officers there, so we essentially get this for free and more income, which is exactly what we're looking for. You receive a letter from one of the captains in the army requesting a promotion within your realm. To demonstrate their loyalty and allegiance, they send a large chest of gold and rare silks from a captured settlement as a gift. You know what? Sure. We'll promote him. Thank you, sir. Now, it's also really easy for Cao Cao to rank up. As you can see, we're already ranking up to a Marquise, but with this add-on, they change a lot of the bonuses that you get. As you can see, there is no longer a reduction in character salary, which is kind of a problem for us, right? But one thing that is good is diplomatic relations. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to move those up so that we already get a plus 14 diplomatic relations and we get a trade agreement. So that is nice to have. So we do have some extra money to spend. So we are going to continue beefing up this army of the cousins. I'm just going to keep calling them of the cousins. So we're going to go ahead and recruit these and give Cao Ren 2 more units of infantry. And I believe we're going to end our turn there. Now, the character that we recruited, I'm assuming, is not a real character. The one that gave us the gold. I'm assuming it's this guy. Wei Degong. Well, sir, it's nice to meet you. Thank you for the gold. But I'm more concerned about getting Yu Jin. So as you can see, we have eyes on Tao Qian himself, who is actually occupying Shapi, the famous castle that a lot of you might know if you've been playing Dynasty Warriors. Is the same castle that Lu Bu had, really stole from Liu Bei, and then was attacked by Cao Cao and Liu Bei together. They caught Lu Bu, they caught Chen Gong, and they caught Zhang Liao. Now, obviously, Zhang Liao was recruited by Cao Cao. Chen Gong was executed, and so was Lu Bu, who Cao Cao famously called a feral beast. Now, interesting enough, at that battle of Shapi, it is said that Cao Cao actually wanted to try and recruit Lu Bu to join his army because obviously Cao Cao saw the potential in really recruiting the feral beast and really just taking over China with Lu Bu. Can you imagine Lu Bu on Wei with Xiao Dun, Xiao Wan? Wow. I mean, that would have been Dian Wei. I mean, just quite the sight. But actually, Liu Bei talked Cao Cao out of it because Liu Bei was like, yo, he killed 2 of his dads. He betrayed me. What do you think he's going to do to you? Cao Cao agreed. And then they both basically agreed to execute Lu Bu at Shapi. So now hopefully we get to do the same to Cao Qian here in a little bit. Circle him, surround him, and take off his head. Now we actually also have a sighting of Zheng Jian, the bandit queen herself. So with much ease, Cao Cao and his 4 cousins, because we also have Xiao Dun with him, have successfully surrounded Cao Qian around Shapi. Tell me where you've heard that before, being surrounded by Shapi. And this is a battle that they are going to win very easily. Now, I'm not going to play all the battles on this playthrough like I did with Lu Bu, but we'll play most of them. But for this one, I'm not going to play. I'm going to let the 4 cousins and Cao Cao, sounds like a pretty bad like band name, take out Cao Qian himself and see if we can get him captured. Let's go ahead and just simulate it.
Our faith was rewarded.
So as you can see, we did not kill any of his 3 officers, but we did capture, to be honest, I don't even know who this is, but she's friends with Cao Qian, and if you're a friend with Cao Qian, you're an enemy of me, so off with your head, said the hero of chaos.
We should not waste resources on
And we're going to go ahead and take Shapi right from Cao Qian, and now he is gone. He's not gone, but we've destroyed his army. So what we're going to do now is we're going to use a scheme to cost more redeployment. Because what they're going to do, what Cao Qian is going to do, is he's going to try to recruit himself back into another army. But we're going to cost them 200% more to redeploy their army, which is really going to hurt their money. Because early on in these games, a lot of these factions don't have a lot of money. So what we're going to do is we're going to click Tao Qian here. And we're going to click Cao Cao himself. Or we could do Zhang Ba as well. But we're going to do him, the leader himself, and we're going to cost the faction essentially 200% more gold to re-employ his army. So we're going to go ahead and activate that scheme, and then we are going to end our turn. As we were talking about earlier, brute of unmatched power, Dian Wei, known as the bastion of strength and loyalty. It is said that once a mighty banner was blowing in the breeze and 10 men could not hold it up. However, Dian Wei, using just one hand, held that banner upright, earning great fame. So we have recruited Dian Wei, and as you can see, we have put the pressure on Tao Qian, and we are now outside of his capital to where he has officially retreated from his own capital. So the pressure is on, and he definitely did not expect Cao Cao to be coming with such brute force very early on. We are determined to finish this little bug and squash him like the rat he is for killing Cao Cao's father. But this is also going to be the end of the first episode. I hope you guys enjoyed this. Be sure to subscribe, and I'll see you in that second episode.